You know, if your ads used to get you clients, but now they're just sitting there burning your budget, I want to share with you why this is probably happening. And I also want to share with you the simple reason why your audience has actually learned to ignore you, even though they still need exactly what you offer, and how understanding this one thing about how people think can actually bring your ads back to life in under 48 hours. You know, if you want actually the starting 5 ad frameworks plus the copy GPT that can write these particular ads for you, just drop over the word starting below, because I can send them straight over to you. Hello, I'm Tina from 𝗦𝗧𝗔𝗥𝗧𝗜𝗡𝗚. Now, since 2019, me and my son Dan have been working with online businesses and helping them revive cold leads and transforming underperforming funnels into high converting assets, and doing this all without them needing to start again from scratch or needing to overhaul their entire system. And in every video right now, you're going to get one strategy or a tactic that you can immediately implement after watching my video. Now, I want to share with you something that most people don't seem to realize. Your audience isn't actually ignoring your ads because they're tired of you. They're actually ignoring them because of the way our human brain works. You know, our brains, they're actually built to ignore anything that doesn't answer the question we're asking ourselves right now in this moment. I want you to think about this a minute. You know, you could walk past the same shop window every single day and actually never notice it until the day you need what's inside. And suddenly it's like magic happens. You suddenly see it, you notice it. What is happening is your brain's actually filtering out what doesn't matter to you until that moment when you need it, okay? So think about this. When your ad stays the same, but your audience's questions change, the brain stops seeing your ad, you see, it stops seeing your message. It's not personal, it's just how our brains work. You know, basically what happens is your message becomes like a background noise the moment it stops matching what they are actually looking for right now. Now, what we're noticing most ads managers will do is they'll tell you to change your photo or make a new video, but here's the thing. People don't really look at your ads the way that you think they do, okay? Your audience isn't actually seeing your ad. You think how much stuff goes through your phone these days, okay? Their brains are actually scanning for answers to questions in their head. So changing the photo does nothing because they never really saw your photograph anyway. Their brains just read the first few words and decided it didn't answer their question right now. And then they just keep scrolling because it's not relevant for them in this moment. And this is why your ads actually stop working. It's not about your ads showing up too many times. It's about saying the wrong thing for where they are right now. Your audience has moved from asking, is this even possible, to asking, will this work for someone like me? But your ad kept answering that first question. So what happened is their brain put your ad in the doesn't matter pile, and then they stopped paying attention to you, even though the first question was answered when they first saw your first ad. So on the back of this, here's what you need to check when your ad manager says that they are refreshing your ads. Pay attention to this. You want to make sure that they are writing ads that answer different questions at different phases of your customer journey before they reach a call with you. And you're going to need at least 5 different ads. And each ad is to speak to it's to answer a specific question actually that your ideal clients have as they get closer to booking a call with you. And if you know your client journey well, you'll know what those are, because people don't decide in one step, especially not these days. You know, we're all asking ourselves different questions at different times in that kind of mental journey, and your ads actually need to match those questions right now. So the second thing you want to do is you want to make sure, if you've got an ads manager, to make sure that each ad answers just one question. Because I've noticed that most ads try and say too much at once, and when that happens, people are just getting confused. Their brain gets confused, and they're just going to scroll away because they've got enough on, you know? They've got enough going on. So each individual ad should focus on one specific question, like, for example, how do I know this will work for me? When you answer one question per ad, what happens is people will relax and actually read that ad because it's answering that question they got on their mind right now. That's what you want. Third thing you're going to do, if you're doing this way, make sure that all 5 ads run in one campaign. This is essential right now, because what we're noticing is that Facebook is learning faster when it can see which messages people are responding to at which time from that group, okay? So we're finding that if your ads were in different campaigns, Facebook's not figuring out the pattern, and that's when your cost per lead is staying high. Okay, so pay attention to that. Make sure they're all running in that one campaign right now. It's a bit different to how we used to do it. But all of this works because you're actually advertising to the person who can help. You're actually working with their brains and how their brain actually works. And when your ad answers the exact question someone's answering themselves right then in the moment, their brain goes, this matters. And then guess what? They pay attention. You know how that works. You're using it for yourself, yeah, for your own needs. And Facebook actually then learns who to respond to, with which message, and it can keep putting the right things in front of them as a kind of like a sequence. And then when that happens, your cost per lead drops, and you'll start seeing more people booking the calls because you've already answered those questions that are on their mind that then led them to booking in the call. Busting objections, basically. So again, Dan's got, I was looking for it, Starting 5 ad framework, okay, got it digitally. And he's got a copy GPT that actually writes these ads for you as well. So it's got a framework that it'll follow. And if you want those, just drop the word starting below because I can send this straight over to you. And what we're noticing, this is how you can work with the way people think instead of like just chucking up anything and just hoping that it's going to work the same as before.